Hey everyone, so I hope everybody's having a happy Easter. I just wanted to show you what I do for my chickie babies and the reason I use a pack and play. One, you can pick them up at yard sales for like $5-10 bucks. You can also find them at like secondhand stores and stuff for pretty cheap. And the reason that I like them is, well, there's a couple reasons. One, because there's mesh all the way around, so it allows, the airflow in them. But also, and this is a little dirty because I was just cleaning it out, but I put this in with the hard side up instead of the padded side of what you would normally put a baby on. I do the hard side, and then I use a Brooder plate for their warmth, but I actually need to adjust the legs on it because my chickie babies are getting a little big. So you can put the Brooder plate on there, and actually before I do that, I need to add the bedding. So what I like about this is you can use the pine shavings. You don't want to use the fine ones with baby chicks. You want to use the regular ones. But they don't fall out the sides. And so when they've got the zoomies and they're scratching around, the pine shavings don't get all over your floor or anything like that. So you can put your pine shavings down, and then you can put your Brooder plate in there. And then if all you have is heat lights, they can clip on here, but if you use a heat lamp, you can't use the netting. So let me get the netting and I'll show you what I mean by that, and I'll show you how I do their food and water to prevent the pine shavings from going in there as well. Okay, so just take a small box, it can be a shoe box, anything, any kind of box. You're going to cut a hole in it so that they can get in there, and then you can put their food inside and their water. This way they can get in there and they can eat and drink without doing their little scratchy thing and getting their water and their food full of the pine shavings. And it still gives them enough room to have the zoomies or practice flying lessons, and they get in and out of there, and in the box they will even learn to jump up on, and they will actually perch on the top of it. But it just kind of helps keep your food and water clean. And then, just kind of, you may have to like move the pine shavings around just a little bit. There's no babies in here. Go lay down.
Bye-bye.
Just to kind of make sure that it's level. But then they can get in there. Now what I do for their water is I do the electrolytes and the probiotic. The probiotic will help stop pasty butt, and then the electrolytes help them with vitamins and stuff. You can add a little bit of vitamins to their water, but I just mix up a 1-gallon pitcher so that I can just keep refilling their water. But I do the electrolytes and the probiotics at least probably the first couple weeks, just to make sure they're past the little pasty butt stage. You gotta bring me the babies. But I will show you. Now I don't do any more than, no more than 10 per pack and play. And then when I clean it, I just put them in a separate box and take everything out. But what's nice is you can take that insert out of the pack and play and take it outside and shake it out and wipe it off or hose it off. And it's super easy. So I have 10. Now, because I do have cats, the pack and play, well, I bought this, it's a netting for pack and plays, but you can just put this over the top of it, and it's like a mosquito netting for like, well, you use them for the pack and plays for kids, you know, so you can be at the park or whatever, or the lake, and your baby doesn't get eaten up by mosquitoes. But it is also wonderful because the little boogers can't fly out. Now, because I do have cats, this is like that changing thing that goes on here. I put that on there, and then I just take 2 Tupperware lids and set them on top. So the cats can't get in through the top, and they still have plenty of airflow around there. So that is what we do for our chicky babies. And like I said, what's nice about it is the only mess that's created on your floor is the one you make whenever you clean it. But they can't scratch out the pine shavings, or the netting stops them from being able to jump out, things like that. So it just makes it super, super easy to deal with baby chicks. And one side has rollers, so if you do need to move them to a different room, it's easy to move. It breaks down quick. There's not all these different gates and stuff. We were doing like the dog crates for a while when we first got them. Barry, sorry about that. When we first started getting baby chicks, we were doing dog crates, but all of the bedding was falling out the sides. And then we wrapped it in chicken wire, but it still seemed to like make a mess, especially when they would do their scratches and stuff. And then we did the troughs. We did those for a while, and those were great, except when they learned their little flying lessons. I believe it was our turkeys that we had, that they would stand on top of the brooder plate and they would have their flying lessons for the day. Well, they eventually learned to fly out of the water troughs. So when we discovered the pack and plays, they were perfect. So depending on the size of birds that you have, if you're doing this with ducks, I wouldn't do any more than like 2, maybe 3 baby ducks. Turkeys, I wouldn't do more than 2, just because they do their little flying lessons when they get the zoomies. But this gives them room to actually run around and play and get exercise, you know, at least for the first week or 2 before you can move them to another area or another setup, maybe out in your coop that, you know, is easier for them. But with the brooder plates, they stay plenty warm and they still get plenty of air circulation. So let me show you actually what it looks like with them in there and them running around. So see, there's their food and water, and they can get in there. And then there's their brooder plate, so they can get under that just fine. And then, like I said, they have plenty of air circulation on the sides, but the netting protects them. See, now Nala the kitten, she's in the back of it because she's trying to figure out how she can get to them. But the thing is, they cannot get to them. So I hope this was helpful for those of you that are starting new with baby chicks on, you know, maybe cheap, easy ways or quick ways to be able to put them in a safe location in the house without making a huge mess all over your floor. Different times of the year, you know, like a garage might be a little too cold and stuff like that. Our garage just really isn't secure enough for them, so we do keep them in here. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful Easter, and this probably won't come out until the day after Easter, but just remember, every day is a new beginning. And what I mean by that is, even when the days are the toughest, you know, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, or there's just a lot of bad stuff going on around you, or different situations in your life that are just seem to kind of be getting out of control or whatever. Tomorrow's always a new day, and you can always wake up with a different attitude. Like, for example, one of my videos, it was the one on if I could do heavy cream, whipped cream, all that. I had someone leave a pretty snarky comment, and I thought, you know, do I respond to this? And I decided, no, I'm not going to respond to it. And the reason why, one, I'm too busy to worry about negative people. But also, you cannot control what other people say or what other people do, but you can control how you react. So I'm not going to react to that particular person because I do not feel it's worth my time. I have a lot of people that are just learning, and you know, I'm trying new things that I've never tried before just to see if they work, and some of my videos I kind of got to talk myself through it. But you know, every day is a new beginning, and we all need to remember to look at our blessings around us and stay blessed. You know, stay thankful for what we do have. Anyway, I'll see you all on the next video, and have a happy Easter.